The Appalachians stretch for more than 1,000 miles. Deep forest, old mines, and towns where the fog stays thick even at noon. People call them the oldest mountains on Earth, but the truth is older than that. Every family up here keeps at least one story they don't tell outsiders. Tonight, we're having a look at 5 of them. The Greenbrier Ghost, West Virginia, 1897. Picture winter in Greenbrier County. Wood smoke, sleet tapping the shutters, and a farmhouse where 23-year-old Zona Heister Shue is found lying at the foot of the stairs. January 23, 1897. Her husband, Erasmus Trout Shue, insists she fell. The country doctor, half frozen from his horse ride, notes a faint bruise on her neck but calls it everlasting faint. Case closed. Only her mother, Mary Jane Heister, refuses to accept it. Night after night, she says Zona's spirit comes to her room, 4 times in all, turning her broken neck full around to show what really happened. "He crushed me," she whispers, "because I wanted to go home." Mary Jane marches to the sheriff. The story sounds insane, but the sheriff orders an exhumation. March 1897. The coroner finds the first cervical vertebra snapped clean through. In July, Trout Shue is convicted of murder. The court record still lists testimony of ghost admitted as evidence. Locals say that on cold nights, the courthouse lamp flickers, and a single floorboard creaks exactly 4 times, once for each visit Zona made. The Brown Mountain Lights, North Carolina, first recorded 1771. Drive the Blue Ridge Parkway near Morganton, and the valley opens like a black ocean. If you stand at Wiseman's View Overlook after dusk, you might see it, an orange globe rising from the gorge, drifting sideways, splitting into 2, vanishing. The earliest written report came from Gerard de Brom in 1771, fiery vapors moving in the night air. Before settlers arrived, Cherokee stories said the lights were the souls of warriors searching for their families after battle. In 1913, the U.S. Geological Survey cut every electric line in the region for a week to test the headlight theory. The lights appeared anyway. In 1922, and again in 1947, scientists camped on the ridge with spectrographs. Results inconclusive. Modern hikers describe them as silent as breath, sometimes following a trail for miles before winking out just ahead of a cliff edge. Locals warn that if you try to chase them, you'll never find your way back. The mountains remember where you stepped, but they don't always give the path back twice. The Flatwoods Monster, West Virginia, 1952. September 12, 1952. Post-war America, kids playing football under a sky that still smells of coal smoke. A red fireball arcs over Braxton County and drops behind a hill. Brothers Ed and Fred May, friend Tommy Heyer, and their mother, Kathleen May, grab flashlights and climb toward the crash site with a National Guard corporal. The air turns metallic. The dogs won't follow. At the top, they see it, 10 feet tall, spade-shaped hood, eyes glowing like furnace doors, body shimmering as if wrapped in metal fabric. It emits a shriek so high they feel it in their teeth. They run. By dawn, newspapers dub it the Monster of Flatwoods. Project Blue Book calls it a meteor and a startled barn owl. But doctors treat the witnesses for throat irritation, vomiting, and eye burns. Today, Flatwoods hosts a small museum and a smiling statue, because that's what humans do when they can't explain something. They build it a souvenir shop. Quick note, I'm an independent student making these videos in my spare time, just because I love horror. If you're into this kind of stuff too, hit subscribe so I can keep bringing you more. The Mothman, Point Pleasant, West Virginia, 1966 to 1967. November 12, 1966. 5 grave diggers near Clendenin see a gray shape lift from the trees. 3 days later, 2 young couples driving past the old TNT plant find the same thing. 7 feet tall, 15-foot wings, red eyes like brake lights in fog. For a year, Point Pleasant can't sleep. More than 100 reports flood in, eyes staring through windows, wings beating over the river, the creature landing on roofs. Then, December 15th, 1967, the Silver Bridge collapses during rush hour, killing 46. Sightings stop overnight. Some call Mothman an omen, others the cause. Every generation since claims to see him before catastrophe. Chernobyl, Fukushima, Chicago's O'Hare, 2019. Visit Point Pleasant today, and there's a chrome statue downtown, arms spread, eyes glowing red. Every November, they hold the Mothman Festival. Some locals attend out of pride, others because they figure it's better to stay on his good side. The Not Deer, Modern Appalachian Folklore, 2010s present. Late night drive, fog thick as smoke. The radio low so you can hear the gravel under the tires. You see movement at the tree line, another deer, except it doesn't bound away, it straightens. Witnesses say it's too tall, joints bending wrong, eyes facing forward like a predator's. One driver on Route 421 swears it turned its head and mouthed a word he almost understood. The legend started on Reddit and spread through TikTok as Appalachian cryptid warnings. Park rangers now admit they get reports labeled possible not deer. Biologists blame wasting disease, night vision distortion, or pure panic. But hunters leave those woods before dark now. They say the forest goes silent a few minutes before it appears. No frogs, no insects, just the wind holding its breath. And sometimes, they say, when the headlights finally catch it, the thing smiles. 5 stories. One mountain range older than language. The Greenbrier Ghost still guards her justice. The Brown Mountain Lights still dance for whoever watches too long. Flatwoods keeps its monster behind a friendly grin. Mothman waits for the next disaster. And the not deer, well, it's probably already watching the road home. So when October nights get long and the mountains start whispering, remember, Appalachia doesn't need to make up its monsters. It just lets them step out of the dark once in a while. Don't forget to subscribe. Till next time.